They didn't like the advice. And it wasn't anything technical or anything crazy. It was a basic fundamental, what your mandate is, you are not fulfilling your mandate. And they didn't like it. And within that week, we were both let go.
Wow.
Or we both separated. I don't want to say let go, because it wasn't the same thing between us. But within the week, we were both separated from the commission. Mm-hmm. Wow. And that's an indictment of the commission, not of the government.
Yeah.
The government did not pick those 27 people.
In 2022, the People's Constitution Commission was created for one purpose: to conduct participatory, inclusive, and transparent engagement with the people of Belize to inform recommendations to the government for an amended constitution. These recommendations aim to genuinely capture what the Belizean people truly want. Last month, Anthony Chanona, the chairman of the P.C.C., gave us an update on how things are progressing.
We have been meeting ever since we finished the public outreach, which was back in May 2024. And the process is to review what the people have said and formulating it. So as soon as that is completed and we are at the stage, we will come to the media. We are saying this would probably be around the 8th of October and present what we have done. So it's an important engagement which I cannot go into any details at this time.
More than 22,000 people shared their thoughts for the report. Public consultations were the go-to method for the outreach campaign, although over 10,000 surveys were also used. Given the overwhelming number of the responses, the P.C.C. got a 6-month extension in June to wrap things up.
People in Belize actually showed up at these sessions, participated in the call for papers, responded to the text blast. And so we were unable to collate all of that information within the 18 months. So the law provided for us to apply for a 6-month extension, and we are now to be finished on the 14th of November with the final report. But we will be producing an interim report with the first draft to all stakeholders so that there's some transparency and validation to the process.
The Commission is a diverse group, bringing together voices from worker and student unions, cultural councils, NGOs, and political parties. Their mission is to represent the different communities across Belize and be their voice. Kalev Orozco, the executive director for the United Belize Advocacy Movement, represents the LGBTQ+ community. He shared that the hurdles he faced on the commission make him doubtful of the report's success.
I will predict that we will go through the motions of talking to our stakeholders, supporting their recommendations, and the recommendations will be submitted to the Prime Minister. But it will be watered down based on the experience of the Political Reform Commission of 2000. There will be lots of delays with regards to the actual implementation of the recommendations that are either accepted or welcome, and we will continue to be erased.
Orozco maintains that the support of his community is a surface-level attempt at inclusivity that will not find its way into legislation.
What I notice is that they reassure themselves that as long as they offer me food, are you hungry? Or they are nice to me and say, hi, how are you doing? That somehow they're above those who are directly insulting. Being tolerated in a commission process is no example of being accepted in the legislative process.
In the early stages of the project, political scientists Dr. Dylan Vernon and Dr. Harold Young were brought on as consultants by the P.C.C. Dr. Young claims that their services were dismissed by the P.C.C. because the Commission did not agree with their recommendations. Like Orozco, he does not believe that the P.C.C. is acting in alignment with its mandate.
The civic leaders did not engage. They did not read material that Dr. Vernon and I put to them to read that would have given them the groundwork to start thinking comprehensively and seriously about electoral reform in this country. They dropped the ball. They're
That's a
happy to get
profound
out there.
statement.
They're happy to get out there and criticize and comment and this is wrong and that. But when they were put around the table with the power of legislature, the legislature, law, and act, giving them the power to review the Constitution and make recommendations in a report to the Prime Minister, they dropped the ball.
Britney Gordon for News 5.